Hi, this is the weekly horoscope for Scorpio for the week of January 23rd, 2023. Hello, my Scorpions. Show your love and support to your girl Marie by liking, subscribing, and sharing. And thank you for everyone who has your viewership. It's important. So Uranus goes direct tomorrow. We have the new moon on Saturday. Friday is Venus in Pisces, or Thursday night at 9:30 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but people from Australia and Africa and Asia continent are going to feel that energy before we do. So, and then let me see what else. Oh, Volcanus is conjunct with Pluto in your third house of communication, so be careful with that. And unfortunately, Vulcan is conjunct with the Lilith moon at this time, and it's forming a nasty T-square all this week with your first, fourth, and 10th house. So, stuff can get real. Relationships can suffer at this time. So this could be a time for destiny, or you're not getting along with other people with this energy. And of course, and then I forgot what I was going to say. And if you would like a reading from me, because these are general, then check out the description box below. Also, you could check Astro Theme for your rising, your first house, and your sun sign as well to see how the week is going to affect you. So Uranus goes direct in your 7th house with better energy with coworkers or with students. People tend to be more receptive to what you have to say. Uranus is also conjunct with the North Node during this time period. You benefit through your relationships. You benefit through love relationships. So a lot of compromises with relationships because you have luck at this time with partnerships, okay? All sorts of partnerships. But the problem is, when it comes to marriages and relationships like that, right now, there's a T-square happening, and there's been a T-square happening between your 4th and 7th house. So it's not the easiest time for live-in love relationships at this time. So there's has to be a lot of compromising to be done. So a lot of marriages with Scorpio have been coming to an end for the past few years because of Uranus in the 7th house, because you are changing and evolving, and so is your partner changing and evolving, and you two have to learn to bend like the palm tree that you are. But this can be also a time period now that Uranus is direct. Whoever has to leave your life, let them leave your life. Whoever comes into your life, if you're not intriguing with Pluto energy in your third house, you could be intriguing love, but the people that are coming into your life, these could be possible soulmates at this time, during this time period, and people that you actually knew in a past life. And also these could be potential marriage partners as well. But Pluto in your third house is saying, I think I can do better. So at this time, male Scorpios think that they can do better. So, it's not going to be the easiest time for a love relationship if you're cross-watching for your male Scorpio, okay? Because they're always going to be comparing you to other people at this time until they feel like they found the one. So know that, okay? The Lilith moon is not well aspected, again, conjunct with Vulcan on your 10th house, forming a T-square with the 1st, 4th, and 10th house. So you can find yourself having a difficult time getting along with other people, getting other people's cooperation, or you could be butting heads with other people. This is not the best time to be on the comment bar. Pick and choose your battles with others. You can also you could be highly defensive, so your stinger is out, okay, and you just pop on everybody. Love relationships can definitely suffer. You can feel like you do too much for this relationship, or this person is unsympathetic towards what's going on in your life. You don't get anything in return at this time. For others of you, you can be playing the I'm right game with others, or others tend to want to challenge your authority a lot more than usual. Those of you who are teachers, because Leo deals with teachers, doctors, people who are in leadership positions, you have to show you have to be the bigger person now, is the lesson here in this thing. You have to be professional during this time period. You have to go back into your how to be a team player rule book and policies, and during this time period, you have to learn your people skills, okay? Lots and lots of people skills need to be learned during this time period, so just you can cohabitate with other people and find a middle with other people at this time. So this is going to be a time period here where you have to remind people, I'm not the enemy. Like I tell you guys, when I see stuff going down on the charts, I am not Jesus. I am not a leprechaun. I'm not Cupid. I cannot make that bitch come to you, okay? I'm not. I see the map and I say, okay, this is the map. Do not kill the messenger, okay? I am your friend. You kind of have to be like that too. I am your friend. I am not the enemy, okay? So, you kind of have to go into that mentality, and you have to tell people and remind people, look, we're in this together as a team, okay? You don't know what I do. I don't know what you do, and I'm not, so we have to work as a team player, okay? I am not your enemy. I am your friend, all right? So don't try not to take other people's frustrations about life or their mental angst that they're going through or their anger issues, and don't take it so seriously or personally. Granted, I do too, okay, because I have Uranus in Scorpio. That doesn't help. So what I do, because these are free, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I block your ass. And then I turn off the comment bar thing on you, so then you can't talk to me or anything. So yeah, kindness goes a lot of, spit and vinegar doesn't go very long with me, okay? And especially when I'm doing things for free. So some of you all are in the same freaking boat, okay? I also found out that, sometimes you have to have a different conversation with it, okay? So regardless of what's going on, you either getting paid for it, so it don't matter. Person can yell at you all you want. I'm getting paid for it, so it don't matter. And then two, another perspective is with the comment bars, every time somebody comments, it helps your logarithms. So it don't matter what they say. They could say that they hate you. They could call you trash, and it don't matter because thank you, bitch. You just increased my logarithms so I can be seen. So it don't matter. So it's kind of like you have to have a different conversation with your brain about what is going on. People paid you money to go see you. Therefore, and then they're cussing at you, but idiot, you paid money to go see that person. So, it's like I'm paid anyways. It don't matter. So, stuff like that. All right. So also you need to confront issues with that person. Do not gossip this week or at all during this time period with the Lilith moon conjunct with Volcanus, and don't talk about what you hate or dislike to other individuals about that person. If you have a problem with somebody, you have to say, I did not appreciate your behavior the other day. I like you as a person. I am not your enemy. Okay? I want to coexist with you. How can we make this work? See, you gotta get your professional people skills in there. Okay, in order to get along with other people during this time period. You got to create your boundaries with other people, but also let them know and clarify your roles and your responsibilities with other people and let them know where you stand. Like, for example, if you're a teacher, you got to let them know, I'm just a teacher doing my job. I'm not your mama. I'm not your daddy. I'm not your mommy issues. I'm not your daddy issues. I'm not your issues with the world. I am somebody that is doing my job, getting paid to do my job, paying my bills, and I do this for a living. Okay? So I'm just as frustrated with the world as you are, and I get it. It's like you got to be on other people's level at this time. Sometimes even you got to learn how to speak other people's languages, okay? And it's because some people are just so they get angry, you could be dealing with an Aries, and they get angry for no reason, especially the young ones. And then it's you just gotta have a different conversation with them, so know that, sometimes screaming and yelling at people don't help. And sometimes just talking to them, I used to have a lot of people scream and yell at me, and sometimes just talking to them, and when you start talking and you're not screaming, and then you're like, sir, I'm not screaming at you. I'm trying to talk to you and have a conversation. And sometimes that teapot kettle just goes down and down and down the more you have a conversation and you let that person talk and listen and just be quiet and listen, and that's it, Because then you find out, all that time they were cussing at you, really they just mad at the world, So have a different level of people skills. I'm just trying to help because I know it's going to be horrible. All right. So if people don't agree with you at this time, then use this time to create better solutions with other people. Create a different perspective. Be open to other people. Respect their perspective on what they have to say. Okay. And try not to see it as them being attacking and confrontational. Alrighty. Then I'm just trying to help, okay, because mama loves. Then on Wednesday, you may have some obligations to attend to with regards to the women in your life. The value of your house may be reappraised. It may give you a tax relief, but the house is harder to sell. You may go through an unpopular phase and begin to feel isolated and lonely. You may be called upon more frequently to take on obligatory social functions or obligations that you didn't want to take. Often you find yourself with people that you would rather not have anything to do with. Pluto's conjunct with Vulcan in your third house too is forming a T-square as well with the first, third, and 10th house. So you could be really not getting along with older people in your life at this time, not getting along with those in authority with this energy. Stay on the right side of the law with this energy. Your neighbors could be super hella nosy at this time with this energy and talking about you. Okay, for some of you, I would be careful with love because this could be some fatal attraction stuff going on. So careful when dating, because you can find that the other person may not take your rejection very lightly at this time, because this could be power struggles and love relationships at this time as well. So love relationships can really suffer. You may not be getting along with your siblings or relatives because other people in your life could be very manipulative at this time and trying to get you to do their agenda, and you could be fighting back and forth. For others of you, again, it's the neighbors, and this could be like shady neighbors at this time, and they could be like very lively at this time and doing some shady stuff. The Lilith moon is conjunct Vulcan in the 10th house. Change is happening at this time. This is a time of destiny. Some of you mind your P's and Q's at work because ego reigns supreme now with the Lilith and the Vulcan, which is the higher form of Saturn, forming a T-square again, 1st, 7th, and 10th house. Then you have one 1st, 4th, and 10th house. So you can be butting heads with people. So remember this week, try to use your teamwork, coping skills, and people skills. Don't gossip. If you have a problem with someone, talk about your issues, because you can get fired for some of you. And that just means that your destiny with that experience is over with. Those of you who are 40 and up at this time, okay, and it just depends on your age too, and I do natal chart reports as well. You can check it out in the description box below. So those of you who are 40 and up, this could be like your hard work and perseverance paying off at this time, and this could be you climbing the corporate ladder during this time period. So even though people may hate you, you glowing up. It's like haters are gonna hate, so bye-bye haters, okay? This could be you finding a job that's more suitable to your liking and up and quitting the job that you have because you don't feel like you're suitable for it. You're not getting along with people at work as well. This is an auspicious time for those of you who are 40 and up, and this is a lot of good coming into your life. Sometimes they have to be like the lobster, you know, I talk about this from this famous like rabbi who's like a behavioral psychologist. I love him. He died. So, but he died at a good age. He was like almost 100. He was like 99. Oh my gosh, I love him. So anyways, the lobster goes back in its cage to shed its skin because it's getting a bigger skin at this time. So it has to tolerate a lot of stuff. It has to tolerate a lot of emotional stuff that we are going through in order for you to grow and evolve into a better person. So sometimes the experiences that we are going through are not necessarily a bad thing, but a good thing, because it's helping you to have a different conversation with the brain, and it's helping you to evolve and transform into a better person as well, and how to handle difficult people and have a different conversation with the whole situation. Like me with the comment bars used to be an issue, but then when I realized, oh, well, it's okay that they hate me and they call me a bitch and they call me trash and they say I'm horrible at what I do, because guess what? My logarithms are increasing. So it don't matter what you say. You could say anything, you know. And then I learned about bad advertisement. Good publicity, any publicity is good publicity, and it's free. So, you know, it's like you got to change that conversation in the brain, you know. So have a different conversation, reset the brain into a different way of thinking this week, because if they're talking about you, it just means that they're trying to get to know you. If you're in high school and you're getting picked on at the school, you know, what I learned from that is that kids really tried to get to know me, but I was so sensitive about the way they went about did things. By the time I was 17, I had no shits given. Okay, it was like, because I was built like China, like the wrestler, and they were like you're a nerd, but but you like look like China. And I said, good, so that means that I can whoop your ass. I said this in front of a cop, and he went and he put his hands on the guns, and he went and I said, I could kick your ass too, and he went, bring it. And I was like, oh. I was like, no. you will go whoop my ass. But, it just kind of empowered me that day. And then from then on, I just kind of I didn't care what the kids say. They had something bad to say about me. I threw it back at them. They called me a horse. And I said, and I lived in Florida. So you got to understand, like in different states, horses are cheap. But then in Florida, they're like $250,000 all the way up to $1 million. So I was like, oh my God, I'm beautiful and majestic. I'm like, oh my God, So you gotta learn how to turn things around and see a different side of things, and sometimes it's really bad when we're in our feelers about the situations, okay? Then on Friday, Venus moves into the 5th house. Your creative expression is likely to have a dark side now. I don't blame you. Love relationships are very intense and potentially manipulative. You may have to deal with manipulative children. This is a time which your relationships deepen in importance. You may have a chance to meet someone who completely changes your views on life. These relationships are noted for their intensity of passion and leaving a permanent mark on you. So then when Pluto goes direct next year, you're going to be thinking about this person. So I would be really careful about going, oh, I think I could do better. Because guess what? When Pluto goes retrograde, or when all the planets, we still have all those planets in Cancer, and you like diddling it with other girls or other boys, then you're going to realize, oh God, I really like that person. So I would really be careful about, doing that. Give the person 3 months at least to see if you feel any different about that person, or wait till the planets go, when Pluto goes direct, to see if you still feel next year, to see if you still, not next year, September, to see if you still feel that way. Do you still want to trade this person for somebody else? Do you still feel like, some of you have to work through your issues with commitment and being emotionally unavailable. So this is something to think about too. You also have a chance to reorganize your financial priorities and weed out relationships that no longer are useful to you. Venus is quincunx midheaven in the 5th and 10th house. Be careful what you get talked into at this time. I feel there could be some peer pressure, or there could be some kind of like situation where it's a bad idea and you are not trusting you're trusting your intuition, and it's a bad idea. You don't benefit from it, and it could be something for free that you don't want to do. And why, like for example, giving a free reading, because somebody's antagonizing you and going, oh my God, you're not really a psychic. It's like, bitch, I've been doing this for so long. And don't you think, I know I'm a psychic. I've been doing this for 11 years. I have not had, more than 11 years. And I have not had a job, not once, since I've been doing this. So I think I'm a pretty good psychic if I can sit here and make a nice living, buy me a house. Yeah. I'm good, bitch. Good. But some people do that to psychics, and they go, oh, prove yourself. And some psychics, they fall for it. And then guess what? Then that person just was an energy vampire and wanted to steal your good energy and your good karma. And then they go, oh no, that wasn't true. Okay, I've seen that happen on the forums, and people would be like, but everything that she said was right. And it's like, oh, damn, it's like, some people are just like that. Some people are just jerks, and nowadays it's just getting kind of like a little bit worse. So we just have to be careful and trust our intuition a little bit more, and be careful with the sob stories this week. Be careful with others, making you think, that they need something when they actually don't, because it might get you in trouble. So Friday, just be a little bit cautious of the choices and the decisions that you get into. If it don't feel right, really don't do it, okay? And if you remember this video and it's Friday, don't do it, okay? Because you're going to regret your decision, and you're going to be like, damn it, Marie was right. That's all I hear at the end of the day. Marie was right. So hopefully, it's going to be not the easiest week, but it's an easy time for growth. Growth with career, money with career. It's beautiful. Love, relationships. Oh, Jesus Christ. But can we have a different conversation? Can we navigate through the stars? Oh, I'm all out of focus. Can we navigate through the stars? Yes. So make sure to navigate through the stars. That's why I do the astrology, to help you guys, okay? So on to the cards. Maybe, probably, everything wants to break down now, so I must be telling some kind of truth, right? The first card I come up with is the Sun card, and we're still out of focus. The Sun card, this is a popular energy time for you. A lot of attention is around you at this time, for better or for worse. So, you can be quiet this week, Or you can just allow people to just talk and not say anything this week, just take it all in. I know, take it like a bitch. I've been taking it like a bitch. I don't like to take it like a bitch. Trust me, I would love to kill. Okay, but at the same time, I do not want to be reincarnated into a bad life. So I'm not doing that. Okay, so at this time, you have a lot of attention around you, for better or for worse. You're reevaluating your career decision, okay? You could be put in a leadership position and you may not like the leadership position because others are giving you a hard time. Other people are not listening to you or cooperating with you at this time. So you could be reevaluating your career decision. Heavy is the crown who wears it. The Two of Cups, you can be reevaluating your relationships with other people as well because they may not be loyal or have their back like you want them to. For others of you, you could be trying to think whether or not you want to go back to a relationship or somebody that you had a crush on. Ooh, the Six of Coins. You are not helping nobody. Okay, you are not helping nobody. You're staying in your safe lane this week, and you're like, I'm going to go 40 miles per hour this week because I don't want to get in no car accident, so I'm going to keep it safe. You are not helping nobody, okay? So there's like a lot of resentment in regards to your giving energy or what you do for other people. So you may not be so nice this week. So whatever happened last week, you are not kind this week, okay? The Seven of Swords, you are more quiet and to yourself at this time with this energy and sitting on your hands about things that you want to do, reevaluating your relationships at this time with this energy. The Eight of Coins, you are a perfectionist. You can be like holding on to grudges at this time, which I don't blame you, but you also need to let go of that and work through it and forgive and let go. You don't got to forgive the person, just forgive in your heart and your soul and just let go of that. The Queen of Cups, I feel for some of you here that, you need to go with the flow at this time with this energy. For some of you, this could be obsessing about somebody in your life at this time. That's a water sign. The King of Cups, reconnecting with people from your past with this energy as well. Reconnecting with an ex, thinking about an ex or a crush. The Two of Swords, I feel like they've been thinking about you for a while. I feel like for some of you here that you've been thinking about them and they've been thinking about you. I feel also you could be more quiet into yourself at this time, and you could be just focusing on working home. So this week, you guys are going to basically be quiet. Like really quiet. The moment I think what's going to happen, the moment that somebody picks on you, says something weird, I think you're going to go in silent mode. I feel like a lot of you are going to stay off the comment bars this week and just kind of like, or even disconnect from the internet this week and just kind of just not have anything, not deal with people this week, okay? The King of Swords, I feel like you can be dealing with somebody that's very analytical in their way of thinking at this time with this energy. I feel for some of you, you could be a bit hypersensitive, and then you're dealing with somebody that sees things as black and white, and they love you and they respect you or whatever, but you two have different perspectives on seeing things. This person sees things as like it's either white or black. You're 50 shades of mauve over here. Okay, so this person's very analytical and you're sensitive. And this person cannot put themselves in your shoes because they don't know how. So you could be dealing with an earth sign this week, a Taurus or a Virgo. The Ten of Cups, your perspective and outlook on life is going to be changing. This person can also give you a different perspective on how to look at life, so free advice is the best advice. So make sure to listen to that person because they may have advice that they're willing to give you at this time or share. I feel like you're over certain situations in your life and you're ready to walk away from certain situations because they're too much and you don't make enough to be tolerating certain situations. I feel also you're evolving in growth and wisdom during this time period as well. And I also feel that this could be dealing with your finances. So for some of you, maybe the money is too good, but then the bull is just as equal, so it's like, is it worth it? The Death card does bring about changes coming up for you this week with this energy as well. The Judgment card, time for destiny, time for karma. So go with the flow this week, okay? It could be difficult time growing on the social media as well, so you could be reevaluating your career direction. The Hierophant card, I feel for some of you here that this is dealing with a group or organization. I do see prayers being answered during this time period. I do see this being more of a time of introspection, being in your feelings about things with this energy. The World card works in your favor this week as well. There could also be traveling and good news coming up. The Four of Swords, you're more introspection, more about being inside, being in silent, being a recluse with this energy. The Hermit card, yeah, being a recluse, keeping to yourself. For some of you, you could be working on yourself this week with this energy. The Seven of Cups, for some of you, you could be manifesting something that you want at this time with this energy and trying to put it out to the universe. So I would be careful what you're putting out to the universe, because if you're saying, I want to look for another job, and the universe gets you fired, well, because you put out in the universe. So the universe is listening to you as well, okay? The Nine of Coins, there could be, for some of you, wishing to move at this time, wanting to move with this energy to a different state or different country. For others of you, this could be traveling coming up as well. For others of you, you're put more in a leadership position. For some of you, you could be finding your tribe this week. The Knight of Cups, blessings onto the universe. You may have career options presenting themselves to you. So for some of you, this could be like callbacks with jobs at this time and seeing if you want to work for them, so you have different opportunities. New beginnings are coming up for you. The Lovers card, a great time for contracts and negotiations. For some of you, when you move or get a job transfer or whatever it is that your changes that you're making, know that there is love around you where you work or around your home, okay? And then love will appear. I do see a soulmate energy. I do feel like you already know this person. The Four of Wands, I see lots of talks of future. So for some of you, you could be moving in with your partner. This could also be talks of getting engaged happening for some of you as well. For others of you, you're dealing with somebody that's emotionally unavailable, a no contact person that you could be crushing on at this time as well. But I do feel like you will reconnect with this person. The Three of Coins, I do feel like this is going to be a beautiful relationship. If it's not a love relationship, this is a beautiful partnership, whereas a very symbiotic relationship is going to feel like a marriage as well. And it's just going to be a lot of communication back and forth between the two of you, like you two are a married couple. The Queen of Wands, I feel with this energy here that you do have love around you, but I do feel like, you know, this person could be kind of living a double life or keeping a lot to themselves, or maybe they're not sure what they want to do with you at this time, because maybe they're just getting their feet wet and going back into the dating world, and they don't know if they want they don't want to catch feelings. I feel like this person doesn't want to get hurt, or this could be you that doesn't want to get hurt. The Ten of Wands, I feel like, you know, for some of you, you could be carrying certain weight on your shoulder at this time. For some of you, you could be coming out of divorce, and this could be like dealing with custody battle and children. At this time, you could be focusing on that, or you could be focusing on this person and taking care of this person at this time. This could be mother that you're taking care of with this energy. I love you, my Scorpions. Show your love and support by liking, subscribing, and sharing. Kisses. Mwah.